Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. We have your singles new love reading here for all Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. We are covering the months of May and June of 2024. So let's get right into your reading here and see what we've got going on. You should be feeling a shift of energy. Thank goodness. Hallelujah. For the month of May. Okay. It's been like Mr. Toad's wild ride the last little while, and April was rough for a lot of people, a lot of changes, a lot of unexpected things, a lot of surprises. So expect the energy to simmer down quite a bit. All right, May, we are in Taurus season. Taurus is ruled by Venus, the goddess of love and abundance. And Venus is entering Taurus on the 29th of April, where she will stay for 3 weeks. And this is excellent for new beginnings in love and romance, but also to find the resources that you need. And of course, if you focused on some career goals as well, we can have some money coming in there for you guys as well. So this is a wonderful, magical time to really kind of expand and grow. So also in Taurus season, as we're in up until I think it's the 19th of May, is we've got the new moon in the sign of Taurus on May 7th. And again, the ruler of that is Venus. Okay, we want to work with Venus as much as possible in this energy. All right, so great day to set new intentions, to really look forward to the future and really set those new love goals for yourself. We have another layered Venus energy. Okay, we've got two more. We've got a full moon in Sagittarius on the 23rd of May. Okay, and Sagittarian energy, you're encouraged to break free of anything that's been keeping you stuck, face your fears, spread your wings and fly, have a little bit of adventure, and take a leap of faith. And with that full moon energy, we do have some very positive aspects as well with Venus, Jupiter, and Neptune. So we can have some very wonderful energy, maybe even a little bit of luck coming in there for you guys, but keep your eye on the prize for May 18th. All right, some people would consider this to be the luckiest day of the year. And as far as love goes, this can be really quite magical. Got a couple of things going on that day. We've got the sun in conjunction with Jupiter, and this is in the sign of Taurus. A lot of Taurus energy that is around us really helping us, right? And with that sun, it gives us energy and growth and abundance and success, and also a huge positive outlook on things. Jupiter, of course, bringing us expansion, growth, and luck. And then also on that day, we've got Venus conjunct Uranus in the sign of Taurus. And Uranus, of course, does bring evolution and it brings change, but it's also a little bit of a wild card. So we might be feeling a little more rebellious that day, but it can be one of those days where you might be feeling lucky in love. You might be finding yourself at the right place, right time. You might all of a sudden have a breakthrough in looking for love in some way, whether you just feel that, you know what, I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to embrace love, right? This can be a very magical experience for you, but there could also be some love at first sight. So mark that day on the calendar, May 18th, and work with that energy, right? It's all about the energy, working with the energy, embracing the energy, right? Because not everything happens all in one day, although it could on that particular day. Not everything happens all in one day, right? So we want to work with it, embrace it, and carry it forward with us, right? So we do have a great fresh start for you guys right at the beginning of May, and this does bode well for the future. We have loyal heart energy coming in here first and foremost, all right? Now, this can show that you are a very loyal person, okay? And you are looking for that connection, right? Someone who you can trust, someone who will be loyal to you, someone who you can really connect with. The loyal heart energy does bring in kind of like some soulmate, true love vibes. So this is really wonderful. And, you know, when we're opening our heart to love, we need to be able to trust somebody in our lives, right? We want to bring in those people where we don't have to feel like we're looking over our shoulder, where we can feel safe to open our heart and, you know, kind of share our lives with somebody. So this is an awesome energy. This can be you're ready to open, but this can also be what you're attracting into your life. This loyal, trustworthy connection that is sent to you by the universe, by spirit, soulmate, beautiful love, beautiful love. We have happy, happy coming in here for you guys as well. So happy, happy, joy, joy. This is a wonderful energy. Whenever we see eggs in this particular deck, we've got an egg there. You can barely make out a face in it. Whenever we see eggs in this deck, this shows that there are new beginnings, new opportunities, new doors manifesting into your life, new love manifesting into your life. The happy, happy card shows this burst of energy, this burst of positivity and optimism in regards to your love life, and it can show some very wonderful, happy, magical happenings that are coming in here for you guys. So the next couple of months, you're going to be feeling lighter and brighter. You're going to be feeling like anything is possible. You're going to be feeling this big shift of energy that can really open those doors to love, right? But of course, as we already said, in the full moon in Sagittarian energy, we've got to be willing to get out in the open. May 18th as well, that magical good luck kind of day, we are encouraged to get out of our comfort zone, to do something a little bit different, to get off the beaten path, to try something new. This is quite often our key to finding those new experiences. We've got to be willing to do something, okay, to really get the ball rolling. We have the Ice King coming in here. Now, the Ice King can represent a couple of different things in this particular deck. Now, number one, there's an Ice Queen as well, all right? Now, I always kind of look at these two kind of like the King and Queen of Swords. So this can be that you are having or starting to have conversations with people, strangers, even with yourself or your friends about love. Now, the Ice King can represent a person coming in who they're very logical, they're very intelligent. They may not wear their heart on their sleeve, okay, but they do have love to give, right? They just might not necessarily show it, at least not right away, right? They might be a little bit more guarded. But this person is highly intelligent. They have a great sense of humor, and they're a really awesome communicator, and they can talk about like pretty much anything, right? So this can be a really nice connection, but it is mature energy and it is king energy. Now, this can also be you, right? And, it is icy energy, right? So things are starting to warm up for you a little bit. But in this energy here, you might not necessarily be wearing your heart on your sleeve, but things are starting to thaw for you guys. Now, in the shadow side of this is that the Ice King energy can represent being frozen out or freezing someone out of a situation. So this can be where, you are putting the brakes on things that you are not wanting to have into your life. You're putting up boundaries. You're saying no, right? And this can be to exes trying to come back into your life. This can be saying no to anyone that really isn't, part of what you're trying to manifest, right? And, it can just be like recognizing red flags and saying no right then and there, right? You're not going to draw it out to see if, maybe they'll change. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope. You're trusting your intuition right out of the gate, right? You're not second guessing anything. You're like, nope, my intuition tells me this. And you know what? I'm not in the business of changing people, right? And that's a really important thing to embrace or to step into, is that I am not here to change someone or to fix someone, right? And, it doesn't mean you're not kind. It doesn't mean you're not caring. It doesn't mean you're not helpful, right? But people do need to help themselves. And, if you're one of those people, because you're fairly nurturing here, Cancer, right? And if you're one of these people that do tend to attract people or fall into relationships where you're the Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It, right? Whether it's the relationship itself or the person that's in it, right? You're like, nope, I'm not in that business anymore. I want someone mature. I want someone who knows what they want, and I'm not going to play any games. And that's kind of where this energy is at. It's not a bad thing. We have friendship coming in here as well. Let your friends help you. You're not in it alone. Talk to your friends. Ask your friends if they know anybody. Chances are maybe you have a friend that does know somebody that is also single and looking for love, right? Expand your friendship circle here as well. And in this energy also is that Spirit says, get out and have fun with your friends, okay? Because that is how you raise your vibe. You go out, you laugh, and you giggle, and you have fun, and you take the pressure off, right? Finding love. And sometimes we feel like the third wheel a little bit, right? Especially if you've got friends that are coupled up. But you know what? Don't worry about it, because chances are some of your friends might be envious about you and the fact that you get to do what you want and you get to go home. And it's, it can be a little bit of a little bit of a two-sided coin with that one, right? On one hand, it can be really good, but on the other hand, it's like, oh, I kind of want love, right? But get out there, connect with your friends, and have a little bit of fun. But you may have a friend that perhaps wants to talk to you about something, or you might want to be talking to a friend, and this could be where friendship, right, can turn into something more. And at the basis of every long-lasting relationship is friendship. So you could have something turning around. Maybe you've got a little bit of an itty-bitty crush on a friend or an acquaintance, right? Maybe it's not a super close friend. Maybe it's just an acquaintance, someone that you've met a few times, and this person just kind of sparks something in you. Well, chances are you might spark something in them too. So you could be having a conversation with them, or they may approach you in some way. We have children coming in here as well. Now, some of you might be feeling your biological clock ticking, tick tock, tick tock. Okay. And you might be thinking, okay, like I've been enjoying my single life, but now I kind of feel like it's time to settle down, start a family, have children, right? And, so this can actually change your direction on who you connect with, or even how you connect with people, or the type of people that you want to attract into your life. Some of you already have children, and of course, on your path for love, your quest for love, right? Maybe you're not looking for a mother or father figure, but if you have children, they're near and dear to your heart, right? They're a priority in your life. So you're looking out for not just your own romantic interest and your own needs, but also you have little ones to consider in that energy. So does it make it harder to find love? Sometimes, right? Because sometimes people don't want to connect with somebody that already has kids from someone else, right? It does throw some complications in the mix sometimes, right? So, finding that right person that can really connect with not just you, but also your kids in the longer term, right? And it can certainly be a priority for you. But this can also represent that you're meeting somebody that has children, or someone that wants them, right? Children everywhere. All right. And again, not everyone is out to have children or anything like that. If it's in the cards for you, it's in the cards for you. If it's not, it's not, right? Not everyone is meant to. Not everyone needs to have children, right? So, but children do factor into the conversation or your decision-making process in some way. Wedding. Okay. Maybe you're going to a wedding of a friend, and might be where you meet somebody. All right. The situation involves marriage. Okay. So now you could be thinking, okay, I'm ready for marriage. I'm ready for children. I'm ready to settle down. Right. You could also be thinking of long-term commitment. It doesn't necessarily have to culminate in a wedding, but a long-term commitment, right? Where you trust each other, you're committed to each other, and you're on the same page. So it's going to be like long-term trajectory here for you. But what's the point of going out on dates with people who say they don't want to commit and don't want to ever settle down or get married, but that's what you want, right? Red flag. We gotta cut that off right there. You're probably not going to change them. Especially, a lot of relationships do crumble because one person has said, I absolutely do not want this. I absolutely do not want this. And the other person has either ignored that or figured that, they'll change over time, right? And maybe some people do, but if someone's saying no to something, and if someone is really adamant, it's up to you to listen to that, right? They're telling you a big something, right? And yes, maybe over the course of a few years, maybe they will mature and change their mind, right? Maybe they will see, your light at the end of the tunnel, but what if they don't? Right? So just kind of heed that, okay? Pay attention to that, right? We don't want to, time is precious. We don't want to kind of waste it on the wrong thing. But wedding, you could also have some invitations to a wedding or a gathering of some kind, whether it's an engagement party, an actual wedding itself. And this can be where you might meet somebody. Love is in the air at those things. We have love yourself first. Yes, yes, yes. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Okay, remember, no matter what your situation is, be loyal to you, be loyal to yourself, take care of yourself. Venus, thank you very much. Yes, Venus can bring you love into your life and help you attract love into your life, but Venus also is very big on self-love and self-care. Love starts from within. Your happy starts from within, and you project that out. When we look externally for love and for happiness, right, this is showing that we're missing something, right? It all starts inside. So whatever your situation is, love yourself first. We have religious factors here as well. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And yes, our belief systems, our traditions, our values really, really do have an impact on our connections and our relationships, right? And I mean, if we think, I mean, there are, how should we say? I don't want to offend anybody. Forget it. I'll probably offend someone along the way anyways. As soon as you start talking about religion and beliefs, you automatically are going to offend somebody. But I'm just using as an example, okay? Nothing more than that. We see it in movies and on TV all the time, right? Let's say you have a Jewish family, and maybe they're very traditional and very strict and very devout, and mama or grandma, right, who's very strict and very traditional and very rooted in their beliefs and ideology, they might be like, no, you must marry someone in your same faith, right? Catholic, same thing, right? Maybe they want someone to, especially if they're, very religious in their family. Some people are, right? Some people are, some people aren't. And maybe they are also having the family pressure, right, to marry or to connect with people in their own faith, right? Now, we can merge faiths together. These days, we merge a lot of things together that we didn't 20, 30, 50 years ago even, right, in near history. And, so things are opening up. So it's just that sometimes we may have a little bit of a challenge. So you could be potentially looking for somebody that shares your belief systems. All right. Doesn't have to be religion. You might also have some struggles there, especially if you have an open mind. Maybe you meet someone that has an open mind, but their family could be a potential issue there. Okay. So that might not resonate for everybody. That might not be a message for everybody, but it is a message that is coming out, right? But if you're on a spiritual path, or, if you do have some traditional beliefs and values, right, you want someone that shares them or can, where you can incorporate them into maybe a newer way or into their way of thinking or believing in things, right? It's fluid, right? Or it should be. And if it's not, maybe it might not be a connection for you. But we do have religious factors there. We have passion coming in here as well. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, okay? Do the things you love. Be passionate about your life. Maybe maybe one of the keys to finding love in your life can be to follow a passion. Maybe you've got a passion project. Maybe you've got something that you want to learn. Might be something creative. Maybe you want to learn to cook, or you want to learn to paint or something like that. Maybe you want to join a class to learn that. You just could meet some people there. Right? But whatever it is, there's some passion entering your life here as well in some love. That's exciting. All right, let's see what else we've got here. We have the Nine of Wands coming out first and foremost. Ooh, okay, we've got some wounds we've got to take care of here. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, and it does show that there's been some hurts, there's been some disappointments in your life, and you're kind of feeling a little bit of pain. But the great thing is with the Nine of Wands, the nines is a completion of a cycle. You're seeing something through to the end. Okay, so some of you could be getting over like a divorce, a breakup, that kind of thing. You could have some grief with an ex-person, right? If you've got children, then chances are you always have that. You're always going to have your children's other parent in your life at in some level, right? And this can just cause you a little bit of stress every once in a while. So that could be something that you're dealing with right now. But this shows that there is like an end in sight. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, right? Nines are where we see something through to completion. We wrap something up. So if you've got like custody battles or anything like that, this can be where things kind of do get resolved. This does also show an energy of tiredness and weariness, right? So maybe you're in your quest for love. You're like, oh my God, I've been out there a million times. It's like weary. It's wearing me down, man. And especially if you're doing like online dating, or you're trying to even navigate the dating world, right? It's certainly not easy landscape, to navigate out there, right? So you could just be feeling kind of this heavier energy here in the Nine of Wands. Okay, but this is also about having your guard up a little bit. Okay, remember, boundaries are important. Okay, but boundaries are different than walls. So we do need to be aware of the difference between the two. Walls, when we put up a wall, especially a wall around our heart, nothing can get in or out. We don't want that, right? We want to create boundaries, healthy boundaries, right? We want the good to come in and the bad to stay out. So this is a reminder in this energy that we do, especially in love, we do have, deal breakers and things like that, right? We do have things that just we are not going to align with, and we need to establish those things. And we need to, sometimes we can compromise on certain things, right? But if there's certain things that are very important to you, right? Like, for example, if you want marriage and family, children, right? And you're meeting people that are 100% adamant, I never want this. I never want this. I've been through this, right? Then this is where you need to recognize that, and you need to honor your own boundaries that you've put in place, right? So intention is the key. Set those intentions, know clearly what you want, because otherwise you might get something that you don't really want, right? So we got to know what we want. Not necessarily the exact person, but the type of person, the type of relationship, that kind of thing, the values, right? Because the religious factors over here, it's about someone values, right? Your belief in what you want out of life, your belief in what a relationship in theory is supposed to look like, right? Yes, there's a changing landscape out there, but there's still room for the tradition, right? So know what it is that you want. Also with that, we've got the Eight of Swords. Oy, okay, so some restrictive energy there. We've got the King of Pentacles, so there's some good one. And we've got the Nine of Swords. Okay, so big message here for some of you. The Eight and Nine of Swords is self-imposed restriction. All right, this is where we're wrapped up in fear and anxiety and worry and doubt. All right, and this is what we need to pay attention to, and this is what we need to step out of. We need to get out of our head into our heart. We need to recognize what's holding us back. We need to recognize where we are seeing the negative, or where we are getting stressed out in our path to love, right? Are you beating yourself up because you haven't found what you're looking for yet? Don't do that. No, okay, everything has its perfect timing. Everything aligns for you exactly when it's meant to, all right? Now, but this energy could also represent that, we do have the Nine of Wands there as well, right? Challenging energy, okay? It's not insurmountable though, right? It's not something that you can't move past. But in this energy, there are some wounds, or there is some history, or there is something challenging that you're going through here with a past person. Maybe you're wrapping up a custody agreement, or wrapping up your divorce, or that kind of thing, or you got some family drama going on perhaps there as well, and it's like getting you in this kind of tired, worn down, stressful, anxious kind of energy here. But the King of Pentacles here says that you have the ability here to take charge, to take control, right? To know exactly what you want and trust that you will find it, okay? But also take care of family matters here. The King of Pentacles is very reliable kind of energy and very good with family matters, all right? So this is also earth sign energy coming in here as well, okay? Now it does represent your money, so there could be some issues with money, right, that going on that kind of take your attention away from finding love, right? It's like, I don't have time for this right now. I got something that I got to deal with. But with the King of Pentacles in the upright shows that you've got a relief, right? We are in abundant season. We're in an abundant time, way better than the last couple of months have been, okay? And so this can be where you're feeling a little bit more like things are starting to unfold better for you. You're starting to feel a little bit more stable and secure in your world. And so you may get a little bit of relief. You may even get some financial relief here as well. But the King of Pentacles can be someone new coming in for you also, someone who is maybe quite successful. They might own their own business, but they might be very good. They might be in real estate. They might be a banker, an accountant, an investment advisor, that kind of thing. Or they could just be someone who has a good head on their shoulders and their feet planted on the ground, and, you know, they can bring in a little bit of stability. I mean, this is, you know, the King of Pentacles is very abundant, very successful, sugar daddy kind of energy, right? But, you know, I mean, you're probably not out there looking for a sugar daddy, so to speak, but it's that kind of like wealth, right? So they might be very wealthy, very successful, but also very mature, reliable, stable, dependable, and trustworthy and loyal. All right. So it's great energy. Now, earth sign energy, they could be an earth sign or someone with earth sign in their chart, or they embody the qualities of this. So they could be a Taurus, they could be a Virgo, they could be a Capricorn, okay, or at least have that in their chart. But again, they could just be those qualities, the successful business person, the person who's good with their money, the person who is not afraid of commitment. All right. We have the Seven of Swords here as well. Now, the Seven of Swords is in your blessings position, okay, which is a great place for this one to be. Now, the Seven of Swords does represent an element of not trusting something, a person or a situation. It shows one filled with doubt, all right? And so this kind of ties into some of this energy here. So I feel like this is shifting for you. Okay, so instead of doubt, you're going to have faith. Instead of uncertainty, you're going to know what it is you want. So you're going to be a little bit more clear on things there. Instead of doubting yourself or your situation or thinking that everyone's a liar and a cheater, you're going to be changing that around a little bit as well, and recognizing that not everyone is bad, not everyone is evil, and there are good people out there with the qualities that you're looking for. Now, the Seven of Swords can also be an energy of something trying to sneak back in. All right. Something that you may not necessarily want, because it can be someone coming back, right? And trying to take something from you, or maybe trying to pull the wool over your eyes, right? This person's like sneaky. So this can represent, and again, we've already touched on that, you know, some of you may be having some dealings with an ex person, and it feels like they're not bringing you the happy vibes, right? And so they could potentially be trying to worm their way back into your life. Maybe it's like a money thing, or maybe they're like, you know, realize what they've lost when they let you go, or, you know, this person could be trying to make amends with you. There could be some apologies, right? They might be trying to make right what they did wrong, okay? Or you have the gumption here in this energy to stick to your boundaries, right? And to say, no, I don't believe you. You haven't changed. Thank you very much. You're my past. I'm looking to my future, right? And you're taking a stand, right? You're being very clear in what it is you want. But I do feel like there is this shift from doubt and confusion and uncertainty into one with more clarity and more positive ways of thinking. Five of Pentacles in reverse, right? So things are getting better for you. The Six of Swords, we're moving on, we're moving forwards, and the Page of Swords, we're looking for the new, right? And so wonderful. So here in the Five of Pentacles energy, Five of Pentacles represents lack, right? But in the reverse, okay, this can represent you are letting go of a situation that's been not great, wonderful for a while, and here you are, you're making a conscious effort to do things better, to choose better, and to make positive change in your life, right? The Five of Pentacles, still a little bit of a challenging card, okay, but it is in your blessings and it's reversed. So it's like a double dose of positivity on this one. You're doing things a little bit differently. You're changing your attitude and your perspective. You're embracing abundance in your life. You may find actually some resources that you've been looking for, okay, because we do have the King of Pentacles here. So it could be some money situation that's getting resolved here for you guys as well. But it's also about knowing your worth, right? It's like maybe you haven't felt worthy of something, or you've been down on yourself, or maybe you've just been feeling like you've been down on your luck. All of that is changing for you for the better. We do have the Six of Swords, so this can be about where we resolve issues, where we're feeling a little bit better, we're looking to the future, better times ahead. So a lot more positive card is one of moving forward, out of trouble, out of turbulence, okay, into much calmer times, much calmer energy. And that's exactly what's going on here, right? As we're feeling a little bit of this shift out of the bumpy ride that we've had all throughout April, and that actually started in March, and actually started a little bit before that. So things are starting to get better. The Six of Swords, shows that you have an ability here to compromise as well and to right some wrongs, okay, or to find healing in a situation. You're moving forward in a healthy direction. You're feeling more peaceful. But we do have the Page of Swords, okay, so there could be some answers, some resolution, could be some good news on the way for you, but the Page of Swords is about the new people, new beginnings, meeting new people, getting yourself out there. It's also where you're clear on what it is that you want, okay, and you're all about the new, right? The Page of Swords, it's like, I'm not interested in anything old and stagnant. I want new stuff. I want new people. I want new conversations. I'm looking to the future, man. The Page of Swords looks to the future. So expect lines of communication to open up and expect to be very, very clear and honest with yourself and other people. We have the Five of Wands here as your challenge. So there's obviously in this energy, there's some inner conflict, inner turmoil going on within you or externally with somebody else, okay? Because the Five of Wands can bring in drama, it can bring in tension, conflict, it can bring in some arguments, some heated energy, okay? But it also brings about an opportunity for change. But change brings sometimes turbulence and some uncomfortable energy. So this is something that you're working through. But remember, we've got loyalty, we've got happy energy, we've got the King of Pentacles energy coming in here. We've got some beautiful energy coming in, right? And, so it just feels like maybe for the first little bit of first couple weeks of May, maybe might be a little bit bumpy for you guys, right? And important to note is that on the 25th of April, we've had Mercury retrograde for a while, right? And on the 25th of April, Mercury went direct in the sign of Aries, but it's still in shadow up until May 13th. So depending on when you see this reading, the first couple weeks of May could have been relatively bumpy. All right. So just so you're aware of that. All right. Your advice from Spirit in this, we've got the Tower. Okay. Yeah. So there's something here that's going to maybe blow up a little bit. Something here that's going to, culminate in some change. But this is an advice card. And so Spirit says here with the Tower that we need to be willing to let certain things go, whether it's our inner fears and doubts and insecurities or whether it's actually external things, right? The Tower is where we make change, where we burn things away that are not good for us in the future, that we are out with the old in order to make room for the new. All right. So for some of you here, Spirit's giving you a heads up that you could have some surprise. You could be getting some clarity and you could be getting some closure. And this is opening up the doors for new beginnings and for change in your life. All right. Out with the old, in with the new. But you've got to take a leap of faith. Right? The Tower is where if we don't take a leap of faith, we're still going to be stuck and stagnant and in an energy or in a place that we don't like. Right? So this is all about making room for the new in your head, in your heart, in your environment. And trust that there is new coming in. But expect the unexpected. The Tower, some people look at the Tower and they're like, oh my God, that's a bad energy. It's not a bad energy. The Tower always comes in here for our best and highest good. But the thing is it gets us unstuck. So if we've been feeling stagnant for a while, if we've been feeling nothing's happening, if we've been feeling like we've been going around in circles and we haven't been moving forward, this changes all of that, right? There's a little bit of a wild card though. It is ruled by Mars. Okay, Mars is the ruler of Aries. So there could be something here that started a few weeks ago, and this is where things kind of all sort themselves out a little bit. But because it is Mars energy, it also filled with passion, filled with fire, but also maybe a little bit of war wounds, so to speak. And we do have the Nine of Wands over here, which is known as the wounded warrior. So this can be where you are recognizing what wounds you're carrying and you're embracing a better way forward. You're embracing change. You're finding your own personal power to heal and to let go. All right. But remember, we do have the King of Pentacles coming in here. Stability, security, an honest, dependable person that you can rely on. We've got new beginnings here, new people, new conversations with the Page of Swords. and we do have forward momentum here with that Six of Swords. We've got things turning around for you for the better, more abundance, prosperity, more connections, more positive things in your life, things that you can count on, depend on, and things that you can trust. So this is all wonderful. Do have some maybe drama coming in there or some uncertainty or inner conflict, right? But we're all about cleansing, purging, clearing the air, and all of this wonderful energy coming in. And remember, we do have happy manifesting some new beginnings, right? We've got to make sure that we're ready for it here in this energy. So big shifts happening for you guys, but I think there's also some magic that's coming. Sorry about that. Some magic that's coming in here for you guys this month as well. All right. So I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. It's a lot to unpack over the next couple of months, but remember, there's big shifts in energy coming in here in May. Use this to your advantage. But I hope you enjoyed your reading, and if you did, please do take a moment to press that thumbs up button there. Give me that like. It does help with the algorithm, and it helps the video get out there, but it lets me know that you resonate in some small way with this reading as well. I hope you have a wonderful, abundant, and love-filled May and June. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.